Hello. Did I remember to change the calendar? Yes, I did. Hooray! I did something successful this morning. Actually, I'm having a relatively good morning. Productivity-wise, not so much writing-wise because I haven't actually sat down to write yet. Hopefully this will be a very good session for writing. I have spent the morning filling out all kinds of forms, and let me tell you, just in case you had forgotten, the tax forms are just not easy. They just never ever are comfortable to fill out. But I filled them out to the best of my ability. I'm waiting on one email for like an approval to go get fingerprinted, that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely making progress for, we have 2 major arcanas today. I'm definitely making progress in the, just like getting all the paperwork done. That's all been good. So yeah, so I've done a whole lot of stuff for that. I also spent yesterday shopping and budgeting. I think I was on Cachet's stream last night when I was like, I'm trying to figure out how to do this budget for all the things that I would like to do, both teaching and not teaching, by the end of the year. So worked on budget. I think it's like relatively reasonable, and still allows me to save a good bit. So that's always a plus. And yeah, because I'm hoping that one of my big sort of like financial things is to pay off my car this year. And that's going to be doable. And that feels great. That feels great. So that is going to be sort of like on my goal list. I don't know, like, and then saving up for editing and like cover artists and that kind of thing are definitely on my to-do list. Yeah. So let me ask you, if you could budget, like, just forget about the timeline of when, but what would you spend the bulk of your budget on? Would it be on editing? Would it be cover design? Would it be marketing? What would you spend the majority of your budget for books on? Because I know this is probably different for everybody because everybody has different levels of skill set. And so some people might be able to edit their own books with very limited help. And some people might be able to design the cover and format the inside and all that kind of stuff. And some people are just really, really social media and marketing savvy, which I am not. So I know that I'm going to have to budget and for someone to tell me how to do the marketing. So that's one thing that I'm sort of like earmarking as like must save for. But yeah, so y'all let me know in the chat what you would spend the majority of your coins on. Kai, hello, welcome. You have a question for the editors out there. You are currently reading someone's work who has a solid writing style and a sense of pacing. The only thing wrong is a little bit more character development. Oh, that's the only thing you would like to have. What do I say / charge a client who already has a solid base? What else could I look out for to comment on? Or should I tell her to get the opinion of another editor? I think this depends on specifically what you have been hired to edit. So if you have been hired as sort of like a copy editor, if I have this correct in my brain, you are supposed to be going line by line to find all the nitty-gritty grammar. If you have been hired as a general editor or as a developmental editor, then you can definitely tell this client that the character development needs to be good. And you can tell them, you can reassure them that yes, you have a very solid base. But in my opinion, as there is always a little bit of room for improvement. For things like pacing overall can be fine, but if you get down into the scene by scene, there might be some issues at that level, or sort of like if they're doing a 3-arc or 4-arc story, you might want to check out the pacing between them, see if there are any acts that fall short of the pacing that the author is desiring, that kind of thing. So there's always room for sort of like drilling down and doing a focus on something. But this is something that you would want to talk to your client about. One, what they really want out of you, like what their expectations are of you. And if this is, yeah, so that would kind of be my thing is, because one of the things that always frustrated me as a student, and then like farther on, just doing critique work with others, I despised being told, "Oh, your writing's great. It was good. I enjoyed it," and then nothing constructive after that followed. So you want to avoid that at all costs. There is always something constructive to be found. Period, point blank. It does not matter if it is a traditionally published book and it has been combed over. There are things that you can point out that could have been better. Same thing goes for indie published. Just in general, every story has a little bit of room for improvement, which is why one of the fantastic things is that when you read it, your brain as a reader goes, "Ooh, what if they had done this instead?" And that's how you engage your writer imagination. But your reader-writer imagination. So yeah, so there's always a little bit room for improvement. So I would suggest sort of reassuring your client, they do have a solid style, they do have a solid base, but there's you need to drill down and find some areas besides the character development that they can improve upon. That would be my suggestion. Christina says, "Hello, hope you are well." And this is where I asked, are we ready to rumble? And I'm not even quite sure about myself. I'm hoping that we are. I'm hoping that the royal we, are ready to rumble. CB says, definitely. You're going to be finishing the Stark for President story tonight. Excellent. Excellent. Tessa is here. Hello. You just had the first physical therapy appointment for your broken foot. Ouch. Ouch indeed, because they have left it really long, which means that, I don't like that they left you that long alone and not having physical therapy for it. I sincerely hope that it gets easier, but that's hard. Mallory says, "Hello, welcome, and you finally finished your outline. Hooray! So you're actually writing today. Happy dance indeed." Yes, that's amazing. And Claude is here. Hello, welcome. And Morgan is here. Hello. An Audi? No, I have a Honda. I have a Honda. HK, hello. Hello, we will be using your timers today because we love them so much. And Morgan says, "I think you would spend the majority of your budget money on marketing." Gotcha. I think that's where the bulk of mine, well, I don't know. Maybe I might be splitting it between editing and marketing. But a good cover is hard to find. I don't know. I think I might also have to look and do a bit more research into what each category normally costs as a standard. So Elizabeth says, "Hello, everyone. You're going to try and write a little bit today, and you would definitely spurge on an amazing cover design." Yeah, exactly, because you love well-designed and beautiful covers. So this shows you, I have saved on my phone. It's not going to show up, but I have saved on my phone a picture of a quadrilogy So a 4-book series where the design is just so freaking cohesive. It's beautiful, and they're all in jewel tones, and I'm just like, yes. So, but I also really love some of the watercolor designs. So I don't know, like, it's just hard to pick like what design you want. Yeah. And that's the problem, is I get so indecisive. So I'm just like, please give me something beautiful and I will be super, super happy. HK says, I think editing is the primary focus for spending wise, but marketing is second. Gotcha. Okay. Mallory says, oh, wow, I would probably say marketing, because it doesn't matter how pretty the cover is or how perfect the editing is if people don't know that the book exists. Yeah, so I think in some ways it has become kind of a necessary evil, especially like, because, yeah, if your books aren't necessarily, so if you're indie published and mainly being print on demand, then it's hard to get your books into those traditional brick and mortar stores where people would like maybe go and browse and then be attracted by the cover or the blurb on the back. So yeah. Kai says, I would also say marketing. I'm awful at it and have no confidence in myself. I think the marketing goes a long way to achieve sales. Yeah. Mallory says hello to HK. And Elizabeth says, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah. If people don't know that it exists, it's hard to get it read. HK says hello to Mallory. Mallory says hello to Elizabeth. And Shay is here. Hello. How much more of your blanket have you gotten done? Or have you not started yet? Is that just for evenings? CB says, why an Audi? Because I write fanfic and I have no intentions to publish it other than on free sites. Okay. Gotcha. Kate says, hello. For budgeting, you are personally, you're pretty solid on editing, so your budget would be split mostly between marketing and cover design. Gotcha. Yeah. And it's nice when you can build a skill set that is, that can take care of at least one of these 3 items. So Charlie, hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. And Rosalind is here. Hello. And Kai says, yes, I hated being told that everything was good too. You were hired to edit for pacing specifically. Okay. And character design rather than copy editing. Okay. Yeah. And go through scene by scene. Yeah. I think that would be an appropriate action then, for sure. Rosalind says, go read Kendall Vela stories. Yes. Charlie's next chapter was unlocked. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Because I read it yesterday. Did I read it a day late? I can't remember. But there's Jules, the bookworm, and I'm very happy. It's very cool. Yes, you should definitely read Charlie's story. And when we get to the self-promo, because I don't have the link at hand at the moment, but when we get to the self-promo sprint, that will be up in the chat. So Charlie says to CB, I really liked your new video. And CB says, thank you. Ooh, CB has a new video. I need to go check it out. Kate says, lol, me and my writer's block are absolutely not ready to rumble, but you're ready to try. Same. Arcadia System, hello, welcome. You're not going to be writing because you're in a bit of a slump, but you thought you would join so you can get some reading done. There you go. Using it as a productivity and or reading sprint is perfectly fine. Plus, I just like to put on sprints for company sometimes. So, Petra says, hello. And Elizabeth says, oof, that is so satisfying when their spines are so cohesive. Yes. Give me all the spindly calligraphy / gold detail or something like that. Yeah, exactly. It's just, they're beautiful when they are designed and meant to be together. Shadow's Lair is here. Hello. Tina is here. Hello. And Kai says, I do love books which have beautiful designs under the dust cover, though. Yes, I've seen this more and more. And I don't know if anybody knows of a company that will do this. I don't know if Ingram Sparks does this for hardbacks or not. But if anybody knows where the indie publishing side of things can get designs on the actual like hardcover, do let us know in the chat your recommendations, because I'm always ready to drool over more designs. Becca is here. Hello! You had to make lunch. That is perfectly fine. You are now fueled and ready to go. Elizabeth says, same to Kai. Yes. CB's going to be right back. And okay, so you've added 3 more rows since the last picture you posted on social media. Nice. Excellent. You can follow along with all the progress that's being made. That's great. Okay, so we'll do cards real quick, and then we will get into writing. So the spirit animal for today is, again, sort of like a reassuring card. We have the eagle spirit, and it is a reassurance that the spirit and the universe have your back. So you can do whatever it is that you have been tempted to do, desiring to do, etc., because the universe is going to work out for you. Okay, now then I got to get my cheat sheet out just to confirm this next one. Of course, I've opened so many other things recently. There it is. View. Navigation pane. Okay, so we have the 6 of Wands, but it was in the inverse, so the upside down position. So this is what he normally looks like, if it's ever going to focus. White sheet of paper. You would think that I would know how to do this by now. Okay, so we have 6 of Wands, and in the inverse or upside down position, there is a possibility of apprehension, the enemy at the gate. So that might be a potential scene idea, and sort of like treachery, disloyalty. So that might be an interesting scene to do, because I do have some points that I could work on for my the enemy closes in sort of section. And then the second card is the Devil. So this is being chained by your own inclinations or thoughts, and being in a prison that you yourself can escape. So that could be, that could be an interesting thing to write with the sort of like enemy approaching the gate aspect. And then we have Justice, another major arcana. I'm sorry, I'm not attempting to flick you off here. So she has the scales in one hand and the feather in the other. So that's usually another indication of balance, which we had the other day, but also sort of like justness and fairness. So if you have a trader who is maybe preparing to open the gates for said enemy coming in, then your characters may have something that they can do themselves, or a realization that they need to come to in order to make things fair, catch the traitor, bring them to justice, etc., So those are some kind of interesting cards to play with in regards to like a scene. So, Ooh, and Cad is slipping in with our lovely self-care reminders. Thank you. Cad says, hi, my lovelies. This is everyone's reminders to do the self-care. Hydrate, stretch, posture check, etc. Oh, and don't forget to save your work. And if no one has told you yet today, I am so freaking proud of you, even if all you did was wake up today, because honestly, ish is hard sometimes, and I see you making the effort. Yes. Yes to all of it. All right, and with Cad providing us with all of the lovely reminders, we can now share the screen with the timer. And I'm going to slide this down to a 15 because I do feel the need for a warm-up. And then we will get into the longer sprints. Very close. Close enough. Alrighty, so as Kat said, don't forget to save. Don't forget to hydrate. Make sure that you straighten your spine and do a posture check. And also make sure that if you need a break, take one. Those are your reminders, and we can now get started with a 15-minute warm-up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, how was that? That was one of HK's wonderful timers, and I enjoyed it very much. I got a few things, sort of small odds and ends with planner and bullet journal done. So that's taken care of. I feel like, okay, yeah. I need to add a page to the index because I had written down some information. Anyway, so yes, made some progress in terms of slightly organizing my life, which is, it always feels like very minimal progress, but you know, every little bit helps. But I did get a few things written, just notations for the tarot spread scene that could work, I think, pretty well for one of my stories. I'm not entirely sure which one of the Chimera Moon stories this would fit into. I'm going to sort of brainstorm and flesh the idea out a little bit more, and kind of see what comes out, and then which couple that would be appropriate for. So yeah. Kai loved the message from Cad. CB is back. And Megan says, I made it during the first writing sprint. Woohoo! You were reading an interesting chapter in a writing book when you started to fall asleep. Oh no. The nap strikes again. And for those of you who are interested, this is currently a dual stream to YouTube and Twitch. Because yes, I do have a Twitch channel. And Mallory got 354 words that sprint. Nice. Excellent. And Elizabeth says, I almost read through the last thing that I wrote to refresh my memory. Good. Kai got my dinner and opened the document. Both things that will be setting you up for successful writing during the next sprint. That is awesome. And Claude says, I started editing chapter 3. It should take a while. Let's say it's not the best prose I ever wrote. Yeah, there are days when I look back and I'm like, yeah. But hopefully once you edit it and you leave it for a while, then you could come back and you'll be like, oh, I wrote this. This is nice. That's the goal anyway. Kate got 141. Excellent. You are on the last scene of chapter 7 rewrite. So RIP me, too many rewrites. Oh no. So sad. CB got 204 words. Excellent. Cad says, I'm outlining, brainstorming a character and got 122 words. Not great, but lots of non-tractable brainstorming. Did I say tractable? I think I did. Trackable. Tessa says, you wrote about 20 words and then you decided you had better do some research on how to get a driver's license. Most states there is a paper portion and then there is the actual like test where you drive the car. Yeah. Usually a period of sort of like practice and sort of like learners only applies if you are under a certain age. So Becca is working on a TV pilot. Ooh, and almost finished the opening. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I forgot to put the chat break timer on. TB says, Tony signaled. This is an excerpt. So Tony signaled to a staffer to bring me a seat. I sat on the seat beside him. He took my hand in his. The children were reading aloud. When they finished, all of the grown-ups in the room applauded. Very nice. Kat says, I think I might start tracking progress using both word count and time tracking rather than just one or the other. That might help you feel more productive. You don't know. Gotcha. I'm trying to think. There is, I think his name is Garrett Robinson. He streams on Twitch and restreams to YouTube sometimes. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Vloganovel is his YouTube channel name. But he has a spreadsheet that he updates, and you can see it as he uploads or as he edits in real time. He has a nice spreadsheet that includes both things. So you might want to look at his channel to kind of get an idea or a feel for what somebody else could do. So yeah. Tessa says it was a long time ago when you got yours. Yeah. And for whatever reason, some states accept, I don't know. I remember like when I was a kid, my mom had to retake a driver's license test, like the paper portion of the test when we moved from Utah to Georgia. For whatever reason, they wouldn't accept the driver's license and just like exchange it. She had to take another test. So that differs state to state, I think, or at least it did. I don't know if it does anymore. Shadows Lair says, no writing today, but you realize you had not written down the Darverg mining city name. Ooh, okay. And CB says, there's a Nano write-in tonight at 9:30 p.m. UK time. Which I think is 4 hours ahead currently. 4 or 5. Charlie loves Garrett's channel, yes. And Cad says, thanks for a reminder, CB. And Claude says, totally agree for the time tracking. You will do that for future camps and Nano. Yeah. Because it does, like if you're editing or if you're spending a lot of time on it but don't have like a huge word count for it, it can be very demoralizing and detrimental as well to your focus. So, all right, let's do another timer. And we are going to do a full 25 this time. So make sure that if you have something to promote in the chat, please feel free to. Just remember that if you do not have, do I need this? Do I need this to be, I don't think I do. I think I changed that because one of them was like super, super. We'll just see if we can, yeah, there we go. Sorry, y'all. I don't need it to be like super high def, especially when streaming. Okay, so it's only 3 hours. Okay, gotcha. Or it's in 3 hours. Okay, which would be 2. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, okay, so don't forget to self-promote. Don't forget to save and sip and straighten up your spine or stretch, as well as snack if you need to. Those are your shortened reminders. And we can now get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty, that was the second sprint. Don't forget to save your document. Whatever you were working on, even if it was, 14 tabs that you had open, save whatever you can. And don't forget to take a sip of whatever you are supposed to be hydrating with. That was the second sprint, which means it was self-promo time. So if you forgot to self-promo, go ahead and do that. Tea-tum. Okay, so I will scroll all the way back up to the beginning of self-promos. And I put in a link to the tarot journal, which those of you who have been with me know about. So here's the journal that I made, and it's been very useful. It's been very fun. So I enjoy using it. And there's the Amazon affiliate link. That way I can earn however I can. And pretty much on all of my social media, I am the dawdling writer, with the exception of Twitter, where I am a dawdling writer. So there we go. And Tessa says, my Twitch is at Tessa Dean Author, and I do dual Twitch and YouTube streams as well. Yes, we have been trying to figure that out. Both you and me. So the Shadows Lair says, I have a Facebook page called The Shade of Writing, and you are the Shadows Lair on most social media. And Megan says, have you checked out the AuthorTube Chronic Illness and Disability tag? A new video was added earlier this week for your viewing pleasure. And Megan says, have you watched the Pride and Prejudice video? It's short and sweet. It's called Pregnancy Test. And Elizabeth says, I have a live stream tomorrow on Elizabeth's channel at 6 p.m. GMT +1, which is noon Eastern, and for US time. And Megan says, while you're at it, check out the entire Pride and Prejudice anthology, which is there as a playlist for you to just move from one to the other. Okay, and so this is where Tessa and I started chatting on Twitch. So Tessa found me there, and we were talking about how raid sounds like such a terrible thing. And when I first saw the word raid, and I had no context clues whatsoever, like I didn't understand it, and then I saw a short clip of somebody going, oh, it's a raid, and I thought that a channel was capable of stealing other people's viewers, and I was like, that doesn't seem fair. So that was my introduction to raids, and what I thought they were, but they are not that. So and then Strawberry Belle joined us over on Twitch, and Strawberry Belle is also a writer, which is awesome. And then we were trying to figure out how to do the self-promo over on Twitch, and I think we have figured it out. So moderators, again, just like YouTube, cannot post direct links. So spelling things out, like spelling out the .and .com helps. So yeah. So that seems to be allowed. And so Megan joined as well. And so yes, so Strawberry Belle has one book published, and you are releasing chapters twice a month. Nice. And this is where we were trying to figure out this. So isabelhuntoon.com is the website for Strawberry Belle. And the title of the book is My Hand and My Heart. And I went and looked it up because I wanted to make sure everything was working properly. And let me show this. Look how cool. I love the cover. We were talking about covers earlier today too. So love that. That's awesome. So y'all should check out Isabel Huntoon. And Cachet says, I made my first Instagram reel. Ooh, so if you follow Cachet, if you want to know about what Cachet is doing, so 50 Sochet on Instagram. I'll have to check that out. And Tessa says, I wrote another 20 or so words, but you need to get the official rules for getting a driver's permit. Google gave you a bunch of info and not all New Jersey related, and there are also pandemic rules as well. Yeah, you kind of wanted a pre-pandemic rule since you are not using the pandemic as part of the setting for your story. Gotcha. You might have to look up like PDFs because sometimes they don't update those as often. Or you might want to look up a specific year. So you would be like driver's license handout or handbook like 2016 or something like that, because that would be pre-pandemic. Claude says, not too bad. A page and a half edited and reworked. You are in the zone and it feels good. Being outside helps a bit too, but you think the rain is coming. Oh no, that's going to put you back inside. But awesome on the page and a half edited. That's great. So Isabel wants to know what Tessa is working on. And Megan says that she got 194 words that time. Excellent. Tessa is working on a murder mystery series. You're on book 2 right now, and book 1 is in the hands of the editor. Ooh. Kate says, oops, I spent the whole time outlining a new video. Oopsies. That's okay. It's productivity. It's fine. CB says, okay, 18 short stories on Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net, and a new pepperoni video on your YouTube. Ooh, nice. Yes, okay, so that's the new video that we were talking about. So I will definitely make sure to check out the pepperoni video. And there's a poll on your fanfiction.net page as well. Yes, very cool. Elizabeth says, you finally scheduled your live stream. Yay. You're always late scheduling. It happens. It happens. And you also wrote 329 words. Yay! And it feels so good. Yes. When you get back to writing after being away for a while, it feels really nice. Mallory says, the whole time your internet was out. Oh no! But you used the time wisely, so you got a shower and then you fired up the trusty old hotspot. Very good. CB made dinner and forgot to do the self-promo thing. Yeah, it's fine. And Arcadia says, I only managed to read 13 pages, but you guess it's better than nothing, though. Reading is still good. Reading is awesome. HK says you're running your next 3 chapters through Pro Writing Aid. Ooh. Hopefully there won't be too much to fix. But I've kind of given up that for my own writing because I know that's always going to find something. Kate says, I've started posting what grows cannot be splintered. If you enjoy idiots to lovers to enemies to lovers, angst and pining sprinkled with spicy content, check it out on fanfiction.net or Archive of Our Own, which that just sounds like fun. So CB says, I'm also doing paperwork for your support. Excellent. Tessa Dean says, thanks to Isabel. And Kai says, editing the first chapter, you're so proud of it. Yay! But now you realize it's really disjointed. But the fact that you can pick that out means that your brain is like, okay, I'm ready to fix these things, which is always a step. Charlie is fleshing out your characters for the next project. Yay! Isabel says, thanks. You're welcome. You're going to be off. And good luck with the rest of the stream and good luck with writing. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Yes. Laurel has suggestion for Tessa. I tried to put your two. I tried to put Tessa and Dean together and got teen. So Laurel says, my brother got his permit about a year ago. He had to have completed the driver's ed with a certain score, and then he had to do an eye test. Oh, and then he also had to do science test and basic questions part. Gotcha. Well, yeah, I guess they do an eye test. I guess I'm just used to it because I always wear glasses. So Laurel says he then had to keep track of his driver's hours. Yeah, that's for during a learner's. Yeah. I don't know whether or not Tessa is going to be using a learner's situation or have the character be old enough to just go get the license. CB says no words, but you got dinner. Yay! And Becca finished the opening of your pilot episode. Mwahahaha. Yay. I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. All right, let's do another sprint because we need another sprint. And I think I'm just going to use the same one because I love it so much. The Aurora Borealis and Waves from HK Darkwood because it's just so good. All right, so your reminders. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. 3, make sure to straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And then make sure that if you need a break, take one. Those are your reminders, and we can now get started with a 25-minute sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty. That was the third sprint. How'd you do? I started doing some things on my phone for social media, possibly in the future. It always takes me way longer than I think it should, and I always feel like I get a crick in my neck. So make sure that you take a look up and make sure that your posture is a little bit better than mine was. Because, yeah. But Tessa had a great success and was able to look up the directions to get a permit in 2018, and the article was from that time period, so you were able to get what you needed, which is fantastic. It's great. Okay, so CB had dinner, and it was tasty. And Shadow's Lair said, had to make a lunch. You've been trying a new meal plan, and feels like so much food that you're not used to. Yeah, anytime you change up your diet, it can be both good or bad, and adjusting is necessary. So Tessa's character is almost 18, so there is an easier way to do it if they aren't 17 or younger. You have to think about possibly changing the age. You don't really want to make her younger. Makes sense. Megan is 45 words away from hitting your goal for the day, but you need a break. That's absolutely fair. You got 386 words during that sprint, and you finished a scene. That is awesome. So you'll be going to read for a bit of a break. Excellent. No, it's mosquito bites. I swear they can find me if I'm locked in a closet and there's no space. But anyway, so I saw a mosquito floating around last night, and I was like, oh crap, I know I'm gonna get bit. So I have the one on my arm, and I also have 2 on my foot. Same foot, just different spots. So yeah, that's all mosquitoes, the little teeny tiny vampires. I hate them. Just my usual summer life, which is why I never wear shorts, and it's simply because I just need something to protect me from mosquitoes. So yeah, I have a bite like right on the back curve of essentially my heel, like just above, or like, no, it's like right around where a flat shoe would rub. Yeah, it's not a fun thing. CB got 93 words. Excellent, even after eating. And Kai says, the scene is a lot more cohesive now. Yay! And you're right, being able to spot what is wrong is definitely most of the battle. Yes. Yes. Elizabeth said you got another 342 words and some cheese doodles. Nice. And you're going to go watch Ant-Man and relax for the rest of the evening. Nice. And Charlie finished a picture of Omorith. Nice. Have you tried odorless garlic oil? I have some garlic oil pills, essentially. And I tried them last season, but I didn't see like a remarkable difference. So I don't know. I might try and go back and eat them again this season, but yeah. The teeny weeny meeny vampires. Yes. HK says, still editing. Excellent. Kai says, also, YouTube recommended me a video of a baby babbling in sign language. Ooh. And it's the most wholesome thing. You have a deaf character. Nice. Vitamin B1 works as well. I think I'm all out of my multivitamins, so I need to go get some more. But yeah. Okay. So I will try B1 as well. Thank you for that suggestion. All right. It is 2:52. So we could do a really, really quick, short 5-minute timer. So let's do that. Let's do that just to get in a fourth one. Because I feel like I haven't done that in a while. So, all right, so this will be our little quick, short 5-minute cool down. And that will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Did I mute myself? I don't think I did. So you could probably hear my clicking. I got a little bit of finicky stuff done. Not a whole lot, but a little. So yeah. Progress, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully, I think overall I did get a good bit done. Got a bit done on the planning, got a bit done for brainstorming ideas for the scene that the tarot cards indicated today. I got a bit of ideas for social media done. And I edited a little bit of like what I had previously written that was kind of finicky. So overall, like I was bouncing around, but it was good. That was nice. I think this was a good session. Let me pop this off. All right, let's see. CB is giving me more suggestions for anti-mosquito treatments. Brewer's yeast. Gotcha. Okay. I've not heard of that. But you learned about those when you were going to Orlando for the first time. Oh, okay. Elizabeth says, perfect for finishing your journal for today. That 5 minutes. Excellent. Perez says, hello, you are late. That is true. You are later than usual today, and that we are at the end of our stream, actually. So you can always catch us next time or watch the replay. CB got 73 words. Excellent. And you're welcome. It's very nice to get a little bit back into the writing. Yes, for sure. Kai fixed a paragraph. Yay! The clicking was relaxing. Oh, good. I'm glad it wasn't like super annoying. Morgan says, I got a bunch of work done on your character descriptions. Excellent. And Lizzie forgot about it. Oh, no. It's okay. I'm around often enough. So HK says, thanks for the stream. Always good to have company while editing. Very true. Very true. All right, y'all. So I am still kind of up in the air about, I have scheduled Friday's stream at the normal time, 1 to 3. But I'm not sure if I'm going to have to run some errands. I'm hoping that I can arrange things to do the errands like outside of the stream, but yeah, so I will be back Friday. Cross my fingers. I will let y'all know if that changes. And then Sunday, 2 to 5. So I will be around, and I will see y'all later. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already, if you are interested in this kind of live stream. I will copy and paste Devin's playlist into the chat so that you know where you can go next. And yes, I think that's going to be it for me today. Ooh, and Kate got 133 for the 5-minute sprint. Very, very good. That is awesome. Excellent. Don't forget to save your work, though. Before you leave, save your work. And I will see y'all later. Bye.